1600 KIVA, AM 1490 KRSN Santa Fe, 107.1 Los Alamos. Glad to be here with you. This is Tego and Tracy Venturi, the Venturi Real Estate Group from Keller Williams Realty. All you have to do is pick up the phone and find the best real estate experts at 505-448-8888. That's 505-448-8888. Or you can find them directly at welcomehomeabq.com. That's welcomehomeabq.com right here in Dekiva every Saturday morning as they kick off this extravaganza of Super Saturday program right here on our station. Tego, Tracy, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Eddie. We're always so happy to be here. It's going to be an amazing Saturday. The forecast is just like perfect, I think.
Well, you know, we started the week with winter and we're kind of ending the week with some nice spring. So looking forward to it. You know what? I bet it'd be a great time this weekend to go out and buy a house. What do you think?
I bet it would.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of buying a house, we have Eric Corpus with us with Hicks Brothers Homes.
Hello.
Going to tell us about all sorts of homes that are available that you can actually buy today, move in either in the next 30 days or the next 60 or 90 days. He's got all sorts of homes that are in the hopper, so we look forward to sharing that. So, yes, we could buy a house today. Welcome, Eric.
Thank you. Welcome.
This is super exciting. As always, we appreciate everybody being here. You can go to their website, as you can see right there below on our Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV at welcomehomeabq.com. That's welcomehomeabq.com. Homes of the week as well, which no doubt will be in the Hicks Brothers, and I'm very excited to have you here on board. Eric, why don't you guys take it away?
Thank you.
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you. So, Tracy, let's introduce our guests, talk about what Hicks Brothers is doing. I just wanted to say that Hicks Brothers, if you haven't heard of them, Hicks Brothers Construction is it's a local company. It's a New Mexico company, production builder, and you guys really came in strong here, a couple of years ago into our market.
Yeah, thank you. Hicks Brothers has been around since about 2006, starting out in Las Cruces. So we are a New Mexico family company. Came out to Albuquerque, Rio Rancho in 2015-16 and started slowly. People haven't heard of us, but now we think our presence is known and we're doing well out here in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho.
You know, I remember when Hicks Brothers first came to town, and I went to some sort of grand opening or parade of home out at, like, the trails, Venturi Ranch.
Right.
That was, and I remember telling Tego afterwards, Tego, you got to know about this new builder that's out there because the quality.
You did. I remember that.
The floor plan, the finishes, I was very impressed. And to know that you'd started in Las Cruces and moved up here, I felt like, wow, that's awesome. You're not like new. You guys got it all dialed in, and it's a good product. So it's been an exciting journey to watch Hicks Brothers grow.
Well, thank you very much. We on our growth, I think, for no other reason is based upon how good our reputation has been. So, nobody ever heard of you, not going to buy from you. So it has to be word of mouth. It has to be happy homeowners, as we say, and telling others. And so slowly but surely, one home at a time, they brought us to where we are today. And so we are grateful to that.
And the other thing is you've been really good to the real estate community, and a lot of our listeners, don't know that they can use their realtor when they go to Hicks Brothers. And so, you guys embrace the real estate community and you make sure we know what your product is. And we appreciate that you keep up with us and say, hey, do you guys remember we've got houses right now when houses are hard to find? And Hicks has grown so much. Give us the overview of all the different parts of town that you guys are in right now.
Well, and thank you for mentioning about the realtors and brokers, because we really truly feel like we are partners. And so you ever want to look for new home construction, contact the Venturi team and let them know you're interested in new home construction. I'm sure they'll mention and bring us out to one of our communities, which right now we are building again in Albuquerque, which is actually big news. We had started in Albuquerque and had closed out that first development, which we called Durango at the Trails.
Right.
But now we're back. We actually have home sites, and we have started pre-sales, and pretty soon those homes will start going up. We have some spec homes that we've started too, and for those who want to move in a little quicker, but we still have lots left if you want to start from scratch.
And the benefit of starting from scratch, right? You get to pick your lot, you get to pick your color scheme, your finishes, your tile.
Yes.
And that's fun, right?
Oh, it should be. I mean, we're a production builder, but one of the things about customizing our homes should come from the buyer. And now you have a chance to go into a beautiful design center and meet with Deanna Mathis, who's an amazing designer. She'll have one-on-one with you, and you can pick your colors, your backsplashes, your granite, all those fun things, and make that home actually yours.
And one of the things that I know about that and Deanna is she's not going to let you do a bad job, right? She's going to say, you know what, that tile with this countertop isn't going to be the best, right? She's going to say, let me help you. What in general do you like? Let me pull a few things and you'll be wowed, right?
Absolutely. And what might be daunting to some folks is they're afraid that they go into a place anywhere and they overspend or get into that situation. You can walk in and say, you know what, Deanna, this is my budget. This is where I'd like to be. And she does an amazing job of putting together all these color choices that work within that budget. And that's why I think it's the best part of her job.
Just so to clarify for folks that may not understand, you said spec home. What does that mean?
So it's an inventory home. It's a home that we decided to build on the lot to sell, hopefully before it's complete, but sometimes gets to completion. We pick the floor plan. We pick the elevation, meaning the outside. Is it a contemporary or is it going to have a pitched roof or things like that? We pick the option choices and the colors that go into the home. But we're not strangers to this, and we build these beautiful models that everyone loves to see, and we say, I'm going to put a model in the field, and that's kind of our mindset.
Yeah, got it. So you build a model when you start a neighborhood. You guys obviously office there. I don't know if people are familiar with this whole model with new construction or what we call production neighborhoods, where you guys have 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 lots. You build a couple homes maybe to have as models, but also your office. And then you start doing your sales out of there. You'll start doing some specs. And then in the meantime, you'll also be selling pre-sales. And I want to...
Perfect. That was it.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about the different parts of town yet. So,
yeah. Sorry about that.
We've got a lot of different neighborhoods that
right.
you're in.
Well, I'd like to announce our grand opening today. It's Saturday, so at 11 a.m., our Mariposa grand opening. Amazing 3,012 square foot single story home.
Wow.
And this home is on 2400 Desert Marigold, and we will have our grand opening from 11 to 3 with food and prizes and all kinds of nice stuff. And you get to meet the Hicks folks and see a beautiful model just in its pristine glory.
Awesome.
I want to say something about that. You said Hicks folks. Hicks Brothers is truly a family business.
Absolutely.
It is the
Last name Hicks.
Brothers.
Hicks Brothers.
It is the brothers.
That's correct.
And so I think people.
D.R. Horton is Horton, but
that's true.
We don't ever get Mr. D.R. over Grand
Mr.
Opening.
Horton has been in Albuquerque a few times, but they're a national company again.
We've never met them, and I've met the Hicks.
Exactly. So anyway, we do appreciate that. In fact, Tracy, you called one of the family members the other day on some stuff, and they were wonderful, right?
Absolutely.
And so, okay, so you're in Mariposa.
And
let me just because there's a lot of people that may be listening to say Mariposa. They don't remember the ads from 5 years ago with Mariposa, all the TV ads.
Those are like 15 years ago now.
Is
Tego.
it that long ago?
20.
Oh my gosh!
Anyway.
Yeah. So Mariposa is northwest, really the entire metropolitan area. So it's northwest Rio Rancho. If you're taking 550 north or northwest toward Cuba. The Jemez. It's going to be right on the way, but it's at Unser and 550 basically, or just south of 550.
Right, a few miles from 550, and actually in between there and 550, we have another community, and it's called Mountain Hawk.
Oh yeah, Mountain Hawk, you bet. Yeah, the
Mountain
Hawk site. Yeah,
what a wonderful community. Again, you're out there, you're not on top of the city, you have amazing things to look at. It's quiet and walking trails and parks, and you can buy a home there. You can actually buy a home there for $300,000 brand new.
That is unheard of, and we're going to talk about it later in the show. I was on a panel with some of the builder representatives and just what it takes now today in this market, in this world, what it costs to build a home, and $300,000 house, that's kind of starting price these days.
Well, it's definitely starting price for new construction. So we're in North Rio Rancho.
That's right.
We have one other neighborhood there for sure.
Yep, my original out there, Lomas Encantadas in Enchanted Hills. So I've been out there for a while already. We're going to a new phase out there. It's a continuation of an original phase called 2B, and this don't even probably means anything to me, but it's out there in Enchanted Hills, in that Lomas Encantadas area. Again, we're heading a little southwest from where we already are building, and again, right now I have untouched homes. And when I say that, no one has purchased yet because we just released them.
I see.
So whoever comes up now gets their pick.
Gets to pick the lot.
This
Yes.
is in Lomas Encantadas.
That's correct.
I got
Wow,
it.
that's
Okay.
really great because picking your lot can be fun, and choosing what your shape and where on the block and different
Well, and
things.
picking
So
your lot when there's very limited choices is not fun. So yes, get out there now.
that's right.
Come out there
How
now.
do they call you, Eric?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Thank
Eric,
you.
yeah,
Well,
we need to do that.
My number is 505-440-5812. That's 505-440-5812. That is my direct number. I do answer my phone. And I will accept texts, of course, and I will set up appointments at any time. Just let us know. The only day of the week that we do not work is Sundays, but other than that, I'm available.
I happen to appreciate that about Hicks Brothers. It's hard when I have a buyer on a Sunday, and I'm like, I'm going to appreciate it, and we'll go on Monday. We're not going to leave them out because they have great houses. So
Appreciate that.
So now we've been in Rio Rancho. Where else is Hicks Brothers?
So, again, we talked about Rio Rancho. We have another area in Rio Rancho called Suez Estates, and that is by Rio Rancho High off of Abrazo Road. And we have an area there called Suez Road, which is a brand new street where we have plenty of spec homes available. And they range from 2,119 square foot 3-car garage to 2,740 square foot 5-bedroom home.
Awesome. Having 5-bedroom home option is great. We get that request pretty regularly.
We've
and
seen high demand in our market lately for
have.
5-bedroom homes, and I'm sure it's a little bit of residual from the COVID effect.
Yeah. So we are the Venturi Realty Group, Keller Williams Realty, and you can call us at 448-8888.
Right there, if you're
Yeah.
on TV.
There's
Yeah.
the phone number
Yeah.
right over my head. 448-8888, and we can schedule a time for you to go see homes with Eric for sure. But okay, now we're still in Rio Rancho.
Yeah.
More neighborhoods.
Well, there's always plans, and I'll just say there's more on the horizon. But until they're finalized, I'm not going to mention.
More
but
in Rio Rancho.
yeah,
that are
we have
coming.
Hicks Brothers has made a commitment to Albuquerque, Rio Rancho. And after we came up here a few years ago, we decided that this is where we were going to really, really express ourselves.
Yeah.
And so we have, again, a commitment to picking up as much beautiful home sites as possible over the next few years and keep building these beautiful homes for you all.
Awesome. Great. So general price ranges.
Yep. And then,
You don't
again,
have to be specific.
No, if you need a home anywhere brand new from 300 to out in Mariposa, you could get around the 550, 560 range. We certainly have. In between, which most folks right now seem to nestle in, we have plenty of homes, plenty of models.
Great. Good. What else should we
Well,
know?
one of the questions I want to put you on the spot because, well, not really on the spot. That's not fair. That's a good
It
thing
is
to
on the spot,
That's a
but-
good thing to say, to get people to listen, right? Supply chain, delivery times. We've been hearing it. Our clients have been feeling it. A lot of home buyers have been feeling it. That
Really,
it used to be. You'd go and put a new home construction under contract, and they say, "Oh, we'll be done in 5 to 6 months," right? What's the real number today?
Yeah, that's a really good question. It does depend a little bit on the community.
Yep.
And it does depend, like for instance, where we're breaking ground, the infrastructure still isn't complete, so we're doing pre-sales. So legitimately, the home sites are not 100% ready. But if a home site is ready, meaning all the infrastructure is available, and we're ready to sell and move on it, we're still, for the most part, I would say 5, 6, 7 months before
That's
we're
great.
complete.
Yeah,
Good.
that's.
So
Let's just say
call
better
today.
than most.
Better than most.
Yeah.
Is what I'm hearing.
You can get in that home this summer then. If you choose a lot that's ready to build on and you pick your own floor plan and you pick your own finishes, you could get it done quickly.
Yep.
Obviously, you'd have to get to that design center and get to that fun stuff right away to get a home done in that time frame. But Seems reasonable.
And if you need to move a little bit quicker, again, we have those inventory homes that, like anything else, it's kind of like I always kind of envision inventory homes as new home resale, in that you can go in there and see all the finishes and all the colors, but it's brand new. No one's ever
Right.
lived there before, obviously,
Right.
and have the opportunity and see if you like it. And because we do build them off of those models that everyone seems to rave over, I think they're beautiful, and I think they're well done, and we've had great success with that.
I
That's
concur. Awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Any other thoughts, Tracy, about actually one thing that we've been talking about is there's a lot of homeowners out there, they want to sell, right? And they'd like to do something different than what they have. But as of today, there's 690 homes on the market in the greater Albuquerque area in our MLS. Mm-hmm. Of course, most of those are resale homes. And I think one of the strategies people can think about is, go pick out that new home you've always wanted, pick out all, do what you want, pick the lot, get it going. And now you have, 6-7 months, time to plan your move, know that it's coming. And then when your home is almost ready, you can deal with getting your home sold. And I will just say, I don't see this market slowing down anytime soon in the next year. So I think that the home sales are going to stay strong through the summer for sure.
So one thing about that is a lot of the builders don't take contingent sales, right? They
True.
won't make
Good
it
point.
contingent on the sale of your home. However, we at Venturi Realty Group can do our guaranteed sale, where we will guarantee that your house will sell so you can move forward confidently with Eric to buy a new house. And if your house doesn't sell in time to close on your Hicks Brothers home, we will buy it. So you can move forward confidently because we will put in writing that we will buy your house, and you don't have to make a contingent on the sale of your current home to move forward and buy. So it's a great program that we offer hand in hand to just help you confidently move forward with new construction.
Great. Eric, one last time, if
Yes.
people want to talk to you about new construction at Hicks Brothers and you can work any of your communities,
Yes.
How do they get a hold of you?
And again, let me just say real quick, the Venturi team, I've been working with them now for years, and just to let you know that I love the agents that come. When an agent from Venturi comes to see me, I know it's professional, I know it's knowledgeable, and I know that they work hard for their client just like we do. But to call me is easy, 505-440-5812, anytime, 505-440-5812.
Awesome. Thanks for being with us
Oh, this has
today.
been my pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
and
this.
don't forget, everybody, go out and see at Mariposa
Today, yep.
Today, 11 to 4.
11 to 3.
Three.
Well, we'll be out there. So
Yeah,
anytime you go out there, come on out.
All the good prizes and food will be gone if you go at
Maybe.
4 of those. So 11 to 3.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
So I hope to see you out there. I'll be out there. Say hello if you heard me here. That'd be great. But
Yeah.
thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate
Of
this.
course.
It's a
All
pleasure.
right, great,
Thanks.
great.
Appreciate that.
We'll keep these.
Thank you.
Tracy,
Thanks,
we
Eric.
have some homes of the week. Obviously, we've talked about some homes of the week already with what Hicks Brothers has going, and I wanted to cover what we have coming this week. And are you ready to do that, Tracy?
I can.
I know there's one that just came on the market, Salt River Loop in Rio Rancho.
1548 Salt River Loop is
Yeah.
open house today and tomorrow.
Yep.
A really great house in River's Edge with phenomenal backyard views, a beautiful finished backyard and big yard. So, and the house is just great. It's 265,000, 1,600 square feet. Open Saturday, 12 to 2, Sunday, 12 to 2 or 12 to 3. Tyler's holding that open, so if you need any contact info, give us a call at the office, 448-8888, and we can tell you more about that house. The other open house this weekend, Basil Place,
Yep.
6215 Basil Place. It's Northwest Heights, and it's open from 11 to 1.
Yep.
It's 391,000. It's a single-story, larger home, and it's in the first all-green community in New Mexico, right?
Yep. And it's so it's up on the
The bluff.
Paseo, up on the bluff, not
It's
quite
just-
to Unser. It's in that Volcano Heights area is what we generally call
West
it.
of Golf Course and east of Unser.
Yep. exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's
that one's open.
That's a great one. We've got more in the pipeline, meaning
Got a
we
lot
have
of homes coming.
we have a lot of homes coming. I've been talking to other realtors out in the community, Tracy, about that they are seeing some more homes come on the market, which is good. We do need that. We really do have a critical need for additional homes in the sense that we have way more buyers looking for homes than there are homes on the market right now in our market. I mean, that's really the story of the Albuquerque real estate market right now.
Yep. And if you want to get on our coming soon list and you want to know about what's in the hopper and you want to work with us to find a house and get that inside line, so to speak, give us a call at 448-8888 and we can get that. We've got houses coming soon in a half acre in Rio Rancho.
Yep.
We've got Edgewood. We've got Las Lunas. We have Northeast Heights, several Northeast Heights homes coming soon. We have an amazing one coming near Wyoming and Academy that's sort of a house that's going to need updating for most people, but it's just a great location and really nice floor plans. So a lot of homes that I'm really excited
Sounds
about.
like an opportunity for somebody that's willing to maybe do a little updating, right? And I know right now what we've seen in the last year that a lot of people don't want that. They want move-in ready homes.
Right. And then we can get you a brand new construction. There's still new construction in the Northeast near the base, Air Force Base, different homes, as well as West Side, Rio Rancho, Las Lunas that we can help you with. So Tego, you were on a panel this week for the National Association of Industrial and Office Properties Group, which is, the commercial brokers, basically.
Commercial broker,
And
commercial real estate investment folks, and pretty good.
So it was a really interesting presentation, and unfortunately it was on Zoom, but fortunately it was on Zoom because myself and many others who wouldn't normally attend their monthly get-togethers got to listen in. And I know a lot of us residential realtors and people listened, and really interesting things. If you want to give us a few bullets of some of the top takeaways from that.
So Stephen Hamway did an article. He put it out Thursday afternoon after the
on the Albuquerque
in the
Journal?
Albuquerque Journal. Excuse me. Yes, Thursday afternoon, and he pulled a couple snippets out of there. It's really I have to give reporters. It's difficult because we had an hour and a half worth of content there. And he had to, put together a short little article, and he pulled out a couple snippets. One of the things, Kathy Colvin's one of our colleagues. She's this year's Southwest MLS board president. I'm on the MLS board here too, but she said something that he really picked up on, and it's like she said we need to think and realize that Albuquerque has been discovered by a lot of the country.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that, Tracy?
I would say yes. There's still so many people that don't know about New Mexico, though. But, are we seeing more people from out of state coming to New Mexico? I don't know if it's a lot more, but yes.
Yeah.
And it seems like when people ask me why, where are they coming from and who are they, a lot of them are people who have lived here before, have relatives here and have visited, or had been stationed at Kirtland Air Force Base at some point, right? But, do we have others? Yes. Do we have somebody who works at Google in San Francisco that decided to move here? Yes. Do we have people who can work from home?
Is it this mass influx? No.
No, it's not a mass influx. And honestly, a lot of our home buyers are people who live here that are changing and want a bigger house, a smaller house, a different part of town, a new home instead of an older home.
It's household formation, also known as first-time buyers.
A lot of first-time buyers.
That are local. One of the quotes that got picked up that I said is that $200,000 houses are kind of becoming extinct in our market.
Extinct, yeah.
In the sense that whatever it was 10, 15 years ago, I guess it was probably more like 15 years ago, we used to have sub $100,000 houses all over the place.
Tego, I remember a Christmas Eve.
Yep.
I had a buyer desperate to find a house.
Yep.
And that was that Christmas Eve.
I remember that. Yes.
And I actually showed 3 different clients' houses that day. And Christmas Eve was at our house.
Yeah.
We were serving most of the food and making most of the food. They wanted under 100,000, and they needed a house right away. And they were off, and they needed to go look at houses. And I remember saying to Tego, I don't think I can find anything under 100,000 that qualifies for a loan. That was at least 15 years ago.
Yeah, so
right?
okay, it's probably more like 20 years ago. You're right.
And so we found him a house, right? But today, finding him a 200,000 that qualifies for the type of loan that's not a manufactured home, that's not in Moriarty or Berlin, you have to go a long ways out to get something today.
Well, and the I don't like this term, but the reality is, if you're looking for a $200,000 house that's newer and, pretty good condition, you're going to be mainly focusing on the southwest and maybe the southeast part of Albuquerque, but
or
primarily
Edgewood
the southeast.
or some parts
Yeah.
of Los Lunas that are further out.
I'm thinking the tight-end Metro Albuquerque,
Right.
but yeah, definitely Los Lunas for sure. Yeah.
So last week, I'm thinking, what day is today? Was it this week or last week?
It all blur.
I showed houses to somebody who wanted to stay in that 175 range.
Yep.
And we went and looked at a house that came on the market in Rio Rancho, west of Unser, north of Southern. So, southwest Rio Rancho, good area right by the Walmart. And we got there within 4 hours of it coming on the market and looked at it. I had an offer in that night, so within 6 hours of it going on the market, and it was an above list price offer with an escalation clause up higher than that. It was a conventional buyer with 20% down, very nice offer.
Solid buyer.
Very solid buyer. No closing costs, nothing on the seller that the buyer could take on. And by the next morning, there was many offers, and mine wasn't selected. And I'm pretty good at being competitive, but my client drew the line and said, this is what it's worth to me.
Yep.
And so the escalation clause, which was significantly above the 175,
Can
was
you,
not selected.
that term escalation clause came up in our presentation on Thursday
I'm
as
sorry,
well.
I got way off of your presentation.
No, that's okay, because I think we right in the business, we've got this lingo that we throw around, and you say escalation clause, and people are like, I don't know what that means. So what is an escalation clause? And let me just say, we're seeing it all the time right now.
Yeah, it generally you're not going to be able to be the one whose offer is selected unless you have an escalation clause, or unless you just offer a flat rate that's significantly above list price, right?
But what does it mean?
An escalation clause means I'll pay X dollars over the next highest offer up to a certain price. So I will pay up to a certain price, but if the other offer is lower, I'll just pay a little above that other offer.
So you make an offer at a certain price. So let's just use example. It's $200,000. Probably not a great example. How about $250,000? But I'll put an escalation clause that says I'll pay $1,000 over any other offer higher up to $225.
Or you said 200.
Well,
no,
I said
250.
260.
260.
You guys get the point, right?
Yeah.
And so it's a way to escalate their offer, but there is a ceiling on that as well.
Right. Well, there doesn't have to be.
True.
But
And
typically we see a ceiling on it.
We've seen some very, very high escalation clauses.
We saw one that was $101,000. They would pay more up to $101,000 over anybody else's offer. Obviously, that was a luxury home price. That wasn't a $200,000 house.
No.
So, Tego, back to your
so
presentation.
So back to there's one other thing that jumped out, and I was like going, uh-oh, I'm going to get hate mail and calls on this one.
Yeah, call Tego.
Call me. Well, at one point, again, you take one sentence out of a hour and a half presentation. I said we could actually use a little bit of a slowdown in the Albuquerque market. And in context, what I'm talking about, we were having a really good conversation, or at least the narrative was around affordability, or not housing affordability, but just affordable housing. And that, again, that whole 200, they're going away. There's not going to, prices are going to continue to get pushed up. And my point was, a little bit of a slowdown would probably be a good thing to slow down this really fast pace of market appreciation. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it was in context. One of the things you just mentioned is something else you talked about, which was home affordability versus affordable homes.
Yeah.
Right?
Can't mix those two things
That's
up.
two different things because we know that homes in Albuquerque are still way more affordable than almost any market around us. You go to Tucson or Phoenix or Denver,
Colorado Springs, San Antonio.
You cannot buy a house for what you can buy it here. Plus, what people earn, their income-wise, versus how much they need to spend monthly for affordability
Yep.
is at an all-time low.
There's one exception to that, and that's El Paso. El Paso does have better home affordability numbers than our market. Otherwise, we're, for a larger metropolitan area in the Southwest, we're still very, very strong.
Yep.
So Tracy, there's Eddie. Hey, Eddie.
Hey, how are you?
We could have just kept going for an hour,
going
man.
and going and
An hour or two because the real estate market is actually interesting. I gotta say, Kate, can I say something to the two of you?
Uh-oh.
Congratulations for making it through the last year and for coming out of the pandemic and being better, brighter, stronger for doing so. And I'm so incredibly proud of you two. I'm proud to know you. I'm proud to call you my friends. And most of all, for all the people I advise, proud to call you my real estate agents. Folks, these are the real estate experts. All you have to do is pick up the phone and dial them directly, 448-8888. They will help you. Even if you don't buy from them, trust me, they help everybody. I think, what is your team up to now?
Oh my gosh, 30.
We have like 20 salespeople, including us.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, I'm so proud
And
of
then
you.
we have about a 10-person support team to support all those salespeople. So
Yeah, and that's important. The grilling and the frying is something that's important so that we could, ultimately eat. But the market is busy. There is a shortage of homes. This is the best time to go ahead and merchandise. And Tego, if you don't mind just me taking a 2-minute detour.
Sure.
We did talk a little bit negatively because we want to be realistic with our audience out there. We have to factor in two things: the increasing interest rates over the last 3 months, and I know Tracy, you know a lot about this.
Last 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's been insane, and then compound that with we have inflation. So if you're trying to get in, I put a sunset on this whole thing in the next 3 to 4 months. There may have never been a better time than the last year, except for the next 3 to 4 months. This is the time to sell. If you're looking to go ahead and move on, okay. My kids are here. Do you want to see them real quick?
Yeah, let's say hi to the boys. Come on,
Haven't
let's see
seen
the
them
boys.
for a while.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, they're so big.
Oh my gosh.
my.
It has been a while.
Hi. How
Oh,
cute.
wow.
How
Hi, guys.
precious. Sebastian.
Hey, Sebastian.
Over here.
Wow, Sebastian. I remember when you were just a tiny little guy.
Tracy sold them the house that they're in. Here, I'll pick them up. There he is. Look how big.
Oh, my gosh.
Man. Yeah. Eddie, you need to hit the gym. You can't even lift up your son. Come on.
No. I already ordered your pizza. I already ordered their pizza. There we go. So what I wanted to say is what's so important here is, folks, you guys are like on a clock right now. Next 3 to 4 months, this is the best time. Let's get you out on your way, merchandising your property before things really start to go into a different direction. And this is just something that Tego and Tracy have been preparing you for since October, November, preparing for the new year and the opening up. And now it's here, folks. So they can give you guys a call. They got plenty of people to help you. And all you have to do is pick up the phone and dial direct 448-8888. What do you two have to say about what's coming up in the next 6 months?
Oh, boy. I don't know if we want
I would say ditto what you just said. Never been a better time to be a home seller.
Yep.
Obviously, we see things slow down every fall. So, crystal ball says the next 4 to 6 months are the best time. Interest rates are going to be inching up. We've heard that from a lot of the top 8
no doubt
lenders
about it.
in the market. I mean, they already are.
Just in the last week. I mean, after the Fed speak, early, what was that, Tuesday this week? Fed Chair Powell, it was interesting because he's clearly he wants inflation, but they bought another $40 billion in mortgage-backed securities. So, they're going to, it's real, the thing is, Eddie, there's at least 1 million data points to look at when we try to figure out this whole housing bubble thing and, where this could or could not go. And, unfortunately, most of the analysis that I see, and I watch a lot of it, always misses at least one or two really important data points. And
Yeah.
so when you're looking at this stuff, especially some of these YouTubers that put out, the fear porn, make sure that you're going, okay, well, that was interesting, but what other facts did they not include to beef up their narrative? And so I wish I had a better prediction, Eddie, because we all want to know. I watch this like a hawk because I'm a real estate investor. I'm a real estate owner. I want to know when the market's going to turn. Currently, I don't see it on the near horizon, but that could change very quickly.
And
Yeah.
you can get prepared each and every day. Welcome
Yeah.
home.
And-
Welcome home. Yes, Tracy.
And the market does change quickly. All of a sudden, we go, "What happened?"
Yep.
Right? It changes quickly, even though it's a big thing.
Point.
This is the most important time to pay attention to your program and what you're doing. And they've got data going all the way back to 2001 on this, and probably longer. And all you have to do is pick up the phone and dial them direct. 448-8888. That's 448-8888.